Okay, brothers and sisters out there, I want to discuss about the New World Order. The New World Order is working overtime to get their global government up and running. Now, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is fact. You can find it in the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Club of Rome, the Trial Commission, the Illuminati, and the New Agers. They are working day and night, screaming to get into the New World Order, and we see the activities of it taking place. They've been building this for years, and years ago, they said anybody talking about a global government is a nut, is not worth to listen to. But now they came out in the open saying, yeah, we're having a global government, and if you don't like it, you're a terrorist. So we're terrorists if we don't like it. David Rockefeller, in his own memoirs, said we are on the verge of a global transformation. All that we need is a major crisis, and the nations will accept the New World Order. And he came out in the open thanking the Washington Post, thanking them for being silent, because if it would have been revealed to the public of publicity, he said the changing world, we would not be able to do it. He said the world is now more sophisticated to march towards a world government. And Henry Kissinger, this guy gives no bones about it. This guy is the grandfather of the New World Order. He gives no bones about it. Because when was it? In the Los Angeles Times, they were asking him about the, what's it called? Let me think. The North American, the trade agreement. He said has the NAFTA. He's like, the NAFTA thing has nothing to do with free trade. He's like, it's an amazing architect towards a new world order. Even Bush, back in 1991, he's like, we have before us and for future generations a new world order. A new partnership of nations has begun. Our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge. And when we're successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order. It's a big idea. And it goes on and on and on and on. And another guy that was under Bill Clinton said, in the next century, which is talking about now, in the next century, nations as we know it will be obsolete, and everyone will recognize a global authority. Maybe national sovereignty wasn't such a great idea after all. So there's countless of documents. What these people are going for, because these people are bloodthirsty for power and control. They want to control the people of the world under a single government, under a single leader, a world currency. Right now we have the free will to do what we want, because as long as we have cash, we can do what we want. But what they're going for is a cashless society with total control. They're trying to bring in biometrics so they can track and trace everybody's movement. But right now, let me show you guys this. This is in the front newspaper, and so many people, they don't think anything about it. But this is an invasion of privacy. Look at this, right in the paper here. Who's watching you? Look at that. Government surveillance and the bill that keeps coming back to haunt us. Talking about they've been listening to Canadian conversations without a warrant, going to corporations, getting, like, you name it, emails. Like, there's so many things. Like, even the thing with the NSA, National Security Agency. It's a global system. They listen to every phone call, email is read, you name it. They even have something near London called, what's that thing called? They developed it after World War II to listen on to the conversations of the enemies. Echelon. That's it, Echelon. Here's another article. I've been keeping up to date with this because this all lines up with Bible prophecy. Now, look at this one here. Who will keep an eye on the spies? We all need to be tracked to keep track of predators, child pornographers. Just like after 9/11, what did Bush say? You're with us or you're with the terrorists. And by the way, 9/11 was an inside job. It was orchestrated. It was a controlled demolition. Like, I can go on and on. You guys can go check up my other video on C.H. McDonald. 9/11 was an inside job. You guys can get it all there. People that do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And this is exactly what's happening. Even President Obama, like when he was in Berlin, he's like, citizens of the world, I stand as a citizen of the globe in this bright new world. We must tie global citizenship together. It's the one way. It's the only way. We don't have a choice. Leadership in Washington will not remove this burden off of us. What burden is that? And he said, nations that are weak and nations that are strong cannot face such challenges alone. We must cooperate with one another. Even here in Canada, my Prime Minister, Mr. Harper, he said, like I said to Canadians before, and I say it again, it's no longer called a Canadian economy. It's a global economy. I know many people, they don't like the idea because it's away with their national sovereignty, but it's a simple reality. See, these people give no bones about it. And when he spoke at the G8 and G20 summit, he's like, we're going to have to work globally. Globally. Get that word, global. These are the key words. International order, globalists, you name it. They're creating a police state because they know people that are going to go against this, they have to get rid of them. And they even said it, the Council on Foreign Relations said, we're going to have a new world order, which is a world government, even if we have to pay for it in blood. There's different words to name it. One world government, new world order, global economic order, you name it. They want total control over the citizens because in our world, freedom is not a good thing. It can lead to anarchy, it can lead to terrorism. They don't like freedom. And yet, this is exactly what they're doing. The death of Canada is what's happening right now. The death of our sovereignty. And yet, they're already listening to our telephone conversations, our emails, cell phones, every text, every single thing is tracked and traced and is restored in a database. There's thousands of databases on us. Now, I want to read this here about Bill C-51. You see the thing here that happened at the Parliament with the shooting and all that? Many people say that it was an inside job. It very well could have been, because all of a sudden now they're coming out with this terrorist bill. It's like they always do. They create a panic environment. It's called problem, reaction, solution. They create a problem, the people react, and they offer the solution. Now we're going to surrender all of our rights to a single global government. Remember, big government is power. Big government means more control, more power over everybody. And people need to wake up to this because this is for real. This is what's taking place. Because I was talking to somebody about it downtown the other day, and he just laughed at me. Oh, that's never going to happen. Yeah, it is. There's coming a cashless society. That's why they got rid of the penny. It has nothing to do with saving more money. They're already talking about getting rid of the Canadian dollar. Everything is going cashless. Cash is in the dinosaur age. Everything today is done electronically. Everything will be done electronic. And they already have a North America. Like, there's so many things that I could cover about this guy here. A North American Union where Canada, U.S., and Mexico emerge into one super country. They already have the dollar ready, the Amero, and they're already building a highway from Mexico to the United States right into Canada. That's why you have so many people in Texas that are protesting against this. So many things. But anyways, I want to read this thing here about Bill C-51 just to show like how they're getting everything ready for their world government, world police. Because the whole world's going to be under a world police state in martial law. This is how they're going to do it. Okay, this is the bill right here. Okay, we have to stop C-51 because it is, one, reckless. It turns CSIS into what the Globe and Mail describes as a secret police force with little oversight or capability. This is something that you would hear in communist China or Russia. It's crazy. Two, dangerous. It opens the door for violation of our Charter of Rights, including citizenship of free expression online. Now, three, it will lead to direct surveillance, more surveillance, people. We're a surveillance nightmare. It will lead to direct surveillance and information sharing on innocent Canadians that even Stephen Harper has admitted in effect. This is just crazy. Okay, if the bill passes, no less than 17 government agents and even foreign governments will also have access to your private information. Now, who in the world wants that? You see, they're treating us like criminals, people. This is a fact. This is the truth. We're talking about some information that can reveal everything from your financial status to your medical history, your sexual orientation, and even your religious and political beliefs. Learn more about the negative impact of Bill C-51 by downloading our new guide, Bill C-51, a prime PDF. Then it just goes on and on and on. Now, all of this stuff, look, this is just, okay, this just in. It looks like we're down to the last few days for Bill C-51. The House of Commons, the Commons will be debating the deeply unpopular legislation on Monday and Tuesday, and the final vote could come as early as Tuesday evening. It has never been more important to contact your PM to tell them to vote against this right. It has nothing to do with us, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It doesn't matter if you vote or you vote against it. It's not about us anymore. Right? It's about them. It's about their global utopia that they're bringing in. Now, this is setting the stage. It's been setting the stage for years anyway. But this is all getting preparations ready for the arrival of the Antichrist. Now, this is significant because this Christian went into a cultic meeting. He was listening to what the occults were saying, and they said that their world teacher, which is the Antichrist, their world teacher cannot come onto the scene until a sect and a group of people mysteriously just disappear. That's talking about the rapture of the church. And there's just so many other things that I can go on with, like the Pope. The Pope wants control of the Temple Mount. Isn't that significant according to Bible prophecy? The Temple Mount is where the temple originally stood, on Solomon's porch, where the Dome of the Rock is. Now, the Temple Mount, the Pope wants to get control of the Temple Mount, and yet, what does the false prophet do at the midpoint of the time of Jacob's trouble? He commands everyone to build an image unto the beast, which is this new world political leader, which will be the Antichrist. And he will sit in the temple of God. And the false prophet's going to demand everyone to worship the beast. Read the context carefully. It says the false prophet is the one that demands everybody to take the mark. And whoever does not take it will be put to death, and you'll not be able to buy or sell without it. So yet, the Pope is trying to get control of the Temple Mount, and that's exactly what the Bible said where the temple would be, and that's where it originally was, and the Jews already have the stuff ready to rebuild their temple and so on. They got the red heifer, they got all the equipment, they got every single thing ready, and that's exactly where the Pope wants to take control over, is the Temple Mount, and that's exactly where he commands everybody to worship the Antichrist. We are very close to the rapture from taking place. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. World government is coming. We're on the road to a world government. Globalization. Even Paul Henry Spock, back in 1957, he said, "We do not want another committee. We have too many already. What we want is a man of significant stature who is able to hold the allegiance of all people, to pull us out of this economic morass in which we are all sinking. Send us such a man, and be he God or the devil, we will receive him." And that's coming out of the European Union. That's the revived Roman Empire, is the European Union. Everything's going to shift back to Europe. The United States is going to decline and lose its power, and everything's going to shift back to there. So this is all I got to say. So brothers and sisters in Christ, thank God for the blessed hope, because none of this stuff is for us. This is all going to happen after we're gone. We just see all the preparations getting ready right now, and I just wanted to come out here and share this, and this is all I got to say, and God bless you all.